Hello, my name is Ron Weiser and I'm the Honorary Life President of the Zionist Council of New South Wales. I'd like to spend a couple of minutes today talking to you about the matter of settlements. Settlements is a very hot topic within Israel and outside of Israel. And the first thing I'd like to say about them is there is no such thing. It's very much a subjective term and not an objective term. To Hamas, Tel Aviv is a settlement, and so on and so forth. So when we talk about settlements, we need to understand exactly what it is we're talking about. In common parlance, settlements at the moment are anything pretty much, called anything pretty much that is found over the Green Line. Now the first point to make is that the Green Line is not actually a border. The Green Line is an armistice line. It's where a war ended, and a peace treaty never resulted from the Green Line. Israel was never recognised within the Green Line by any of its Arab neighbours, nor indeed by the United Nations. And its borders, its final borders, have yet to be determined. And every Israeli Prime Minister, be it he or she, sets about trying to establish the borders of Israel. At the end of the Six-Day War, in a war that Israel didn't begin, when the West Bank, or Yudav Shomron, fell into Israel's hands, Israel, in the immediate aftermath of that war, attempted to give this area to the Jordanians. It offered it to them, including, by the way, the Golan Heights to Syria and the Sinai to Egypt. But in August of the same year of 1967, at the Arab League conference in Khartoum, they made a decision of 3 no's. No to recognition of Israel, no to talks with Israel, and no to peace with Israel. And then Israel found itself in control of these territories that it had never set out to conquer, nor to occupy, nor to retain. The Labour Party, which ruled Israel from 1967 to 1977, thereby set about attempting to firm up where the future borders of Israel might be, primarily trying to defend and to guard the city of Jerusalem. They set up main settlement blocks. Today they're known as Gush Etzion, Ma'ale Adumim, later on also set up by Labour, Ariel, in order to either try and safeguard areas of Israel, areas that Israel had, or Jews had lived in prior to 1948 as well in many cases, and areas that Israel felt could form either geographical or sensible or defensible border of a future state of Israel. Settlers are called, as I said, by the world anything over the Green Line. There's approximately 200,000 of them living in East Jerusalem and approximately 300,000 of them living spread out through the West Bank. But when I say spread out, these areas find that there are concentrated settlement areas, and approximately 85% of the settlers live within less than 5% of the West Bank, mostly in areas close to the Green Line, and thereby easily allowing a division of this area should a two-state solution arise. It's very important to remember that even the current Prime Minister of Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu, has publicly offered on many occasions to Palestinians a Palestinian state. They so far have not agreed to accept the Palestinian state. Israel has built no new settlements since the last time Prime Minister Netanyahu was Prime Minister. He stopped settlement building in 1997 in the middle of his first term as Prime Minister. Presidents Clinton and Bush have both publicly promised Israel, on behalf of the United States and the free world, that Israel will retain most of these settlement blocks as part of any two-state solution. And so Israel has continued to build within those areas. And the current Prime Minister of Israel, Prime Minister Netanyahu, has taken the unprecedented step that no Labour Prime Minister ever took, to freeze even expansion of what I call the consensus settlements, those settlements that within Israel are not regarded as settlements, nor by Presidents Clinton and Presidents George W. Bush.